So, one of my four truths in my model of therapy, and actually the first one, which is I mean, it's ranked in the correct order. It is the first one, and I think it is the most important, and that's safety. So, we need safety in the home, and that means not just physical safety, like violence is not conducive to having a safe home, but also emotional safety. And a lot of people don't really know what that means. One of the things I see that can be in particularly damaging to children is, for one, there's a couple. So one of them is if the parent overreacts to certain situations. And I mean, I think that we all can do that at some time. So we're not talking about that you can never overreact or that you can never lose your cool, because that's going to happen. I mean, we're human. Parents get stressed, parents get tired. And, sometimes if we might already be compromised emotionally, or maybe we're just exhausted, and have a kiddo or a spouse, even really for that matter, that says something to set us off. And a parent can overreact and maybe, stomp around or yell or scream. I mean, that is not, one instance of that is not going to ruin a childhood. But when we repeatedly fail to control our emotions, or regulate, I should say, our emotions, it can send a message to a child that it isn't safe to let our guards down around this parent, right? Because we need to make sure that we tiptoe, we don't do too much out of line, because this parent isn't stable, the emotions aren't stable, and we don't know what to expect. So that's one way that we can not create an environment of safety. And the other thing, and this is really important, is, and this is particularly for children, giving them the silent treatment when you're upset. So I want to stress that giving your child the silent treatment when you are upset, or your child has done something that has irritated you, or maybe they said something that you don't particularly like. When we give another adult the silent treatment, it can be annoying, it can be hurtful. It can really, I mean, for some people, it can be devastating. And for a child to repeatedly have the silent treatment for any purpose, it really doesn't matter. It can be inherently damaging to who they are. What we're sending the message, first of all, when a parent checks out and stops communicating with a child because of something the child has done or said, the child literally goes into a nervous system panic. Now, this might look like crying and bawling. This might look like shutting down completely because it's too painful for their nervous systems to deal with. But the silent treatment is a big danger signal. And so if you do this, I mean, the first thing is for you to know how damaging this can be. The second thing is for you to explore the reason that that's your go-to. Maybe that's what you were taught. Maybe that's what happened to you growing up. Maybe whenever you did or said certain things, that's kind of how you were punished in a way. You were sent a message that that's not acceptable. And the way that I'm going to teach you that is I'm going to withdraw my love, affection, and communication from you. And that is, that's extremely damaging. And we cannot have a safe home with silent treatments. And if you struggle with this at all, there are ways to get out of the habit of doing that. And we can explore those later on. But I just wanted to jump on here and talk a little bit about safety in the home and what that looks like from an emotional standpoint, since a lot of people don't know. And then another one would be just simply allowing your children or your spouse to voice their opinion on things. Like, it could be anything from as simple as, I don't like the food that you cooked, it's not my favorite, and realizing that that is not a personal attack. And so we can be okay with that and not send the message that that having opinions aren't okay. And then all the way up to, hey, you didn't come to my baseball game, you weren't there, and I know there wasn't any reason for you not to be there, and you weren't there, and it really hurt me. Even if you had a reason, it's really hurtful. And for us to listen and not internalize that and make it about us again, but actually listen to them and listen to their pain, and not punish them for expressing their feelings. So those are good ways to create a safe environment. Don't do the silent treatment. Keep communication open. Don't learn coping skills and ways to regulate your emotions so you don't overreact to every little thing, creating a lot of stress in the home. And then allowing others to express their opinions and their wants and needs and their feelings without backlash. So those things are some of the ways we create an emotionally safe home.